We're hearing that the governor is getting set up there in Seminole for a press conference. We want to go ahead and listen in.
Well, hey, tell me, is everybody ready?
Good. Ready.
Thanks for being out here today. I wanted to come down just first thing this morning and put my eyes on the damage. And we've got the city manager and Steve, and then Mark Gower, the emergency management folks, and we're still assessing all the damage, getting all the resources and supplies that the city wants and needs. Structural engineers, we've got additional law enforcement coming. So we've got the drones kind of assessing the damage. So we'll go through that process. But thank the Lord, nobody was hurt. I was just touring the charter school here, and I actually toured it about 2 or 3 months ago, and then just met one of the teachers, three kids that were there and took shelter. Just amazing. Fortunately, there was a nice shelter there, and then when they came out, the whole roof was destroyed and all the outbuildings were turned over. So just thank the Lord no one was hurt, and Oklahomans, like always, are coming together to pick up the damage, and we can rebuild the structures. So.
Any kind of emergency declaration or anything?
Yeah, we've done that to make sure we waive all weight requirements, to make sure the trucks, you've seen all of the folks that are here getting the power back on. We've got some gas leaks in downtown Seminole, so we're going to get those shut off. So that's the most important part. We've got generators, already 1 here, 2 more on the way for the local folks. But I've got the city manager here, and we're gonna make sure that he has every resource that he needs from the state.
You viewed a couple of these tornadoes as your time as governor. What goes through your mind, seeing another one at a time like this?
I mean, it's just amazing when you see the damage that's done and the lives that are, affected by this. And then, we're so fortunate there were no loss of lives, or really no significant injuries that we know of at this point. So that's always, we're so thankful for that. Structures can be rebuilt. And so Oklahomans are out all through the streets right now clearing debris, and we'll rebuild. And we're just thankful that no one was hurt.
You had your chance to visit a school specifically. What kind of resources do you help that school out?
I spoke with the principal, and they were scheduled to be out on May 20th. And so I was asking her what the plan was, and if she needs anything from us. They're still assessing it, and they may do the parents, rely on that, and they're still planning on kids being in school through May 20th, so they may set up a day camp type situation to just kind of finish up the school year. Luckily, we're so close to the end. I don't know exactly what they're going to do at this point, but I assured her that if she needs any resources from us, if there's other state assets that we can offer for a temporary school, we'll certainly do that.
And for the families here in Seminole, what do you want them to know as they're responding? You see these people out here working hard like those guys. What do you want them to know?
Well, all of Oklahoma have already reached out to us. Whatever they need, we're praying for them, number one. We're so thankful that no one was hurt, and we'll make sure they have every resource that they need to rebuild. If there's people that are displaced from their home, we certainly want to help with any kind of accommodations, any kind of supplies that they need. So that's kind of what I want them to know. If they need anything, we've got Gower, we've got the city manager, and they've got direct lines to us at the state capitol.
Do you have any first-hand update on the power to be restored?
Well, let me let Gower talk about. Do we have any updates on the power?
No restoration times, but we do have generators that we'll be bringing up.
Yeah.
So we do not have a restoration time yet from OG&E on the power, but we are bringing in generators that will help power up some critical city infrastructure, such as the water treatment plant, so we can get water and those things online. Those resources, some of them have already arrived. They're beginning to work on it. We have other resources from the state that we're bringing in around this city in coordination with the city of Seminole to help bring it online.
The gas leak downtown, obviously, there's a lot of people now already downtown working on things. They're safe, that's clear.
So I believe the city has decided to go ahead and shut that area back off. And then I'll let him talk a little bit more about what their long-term plan is for that one. But they have shut that area back off just to make sure they can clear it and make sure it is safe, and let the utility company come there and reassess that to make sure that there isn't any issue. Is there anything additional you want to say to that, Steve?
Well, so they're helping us with the structural engineers. That's our prime concern with all the damage downtown, is to make sure that when people enter the buildings, that they're going to be safe. I mean, we don't want them to take anything out and have the thing collapse on them and cause more rescue issues. So.
Well, we've been in downtown all morning long. We've obviously actually pointed out seeing people. What specific area are we talking about that has been shut off from to deal with this gas?
Well, we're going to have to defer to the gas professionals on that because we don't really know exactly what the level of evacuation area needed to be or clearance area. But for us, immediately, we're going to cordon off the one block to actually 3 blocks that had the most damage where you can smell the gas. So that's going to be our first concern.
Do you know the name of the street or something over there?
Main Street? Yes.
You're the city manager. How long have you been in your position?
I've been here 24 years.
4 years. I spoke to a number of residents who's been here more than 2 decades. They said this is the first time they've seen significant damage like this to Seminole. Can you speak to that?
Of course, yes. We're like 90% of Oklahoma communities and believe that there's something that is going to protect us from that day. And here we are. So it can happen to you, and we're experiencing it firsthand.
And you live in this community. What goes through your mind when you go and you see the damage downtown and the surrounding areas?
Heartbreak. But we're tough. We're the heart of the oil field, and where your blue jeans come from, we're tough. We'll get there.
Okay. We just get you to say your first and last name first.
Steve Saxon, Saxon,
And Steve, S-T-E.
Steve. Thank you.
I have a question. I'm curious. Were you able to be a part of the tour as well? Did you see something? How did you talk with them?
Yes, ma'am. I've
His
seen-
teacher, his wife is a teacher there.
So it's during those heroic actions then of that woman, keeping her kids safe, holding that door shut, what kind of runs through your mind when you're thinking of how your people in your community responded?
Well, first is fear, knowing how close we were to a lot bigger problem. Knowing those people personally is a little concerning, to say the least. I'm just so happy that everyone's safe. We rebuild this, and we will very quickly.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate your help.
Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you, sir. Anything I do to help you.
And an amazing moment there, listening to Steve Saxon from Seminole just saying how close they came, but that they're tough. And they're now working in the process of cleaning up again.